families, not government control of education and child rearing. The American way defends police and law and order. Americans very much favor legal immigration through appropriate processes.
$9.99 for 200 megabit per second internet and $19.99 for business phone. Get 1 month free, plus free installation when you call 855-798-8787 today.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Eqifi is decentralized finance and banking all on a single platform. And with me is the CEO, Brad Yasser, to talk more about this. So I thought I'd let you kind of elaborate a little bit more about what the company is all about. Do you want to do that, and then we'll go into some details?
Yeah, definitely. So Eqifi was born out of necessity, basically. We looked at the banking sector with almost no returns on people's accounts, both checking and savings, and then we looked at the crypto space, specifically into decentralized finance, and realized that there's a huge need to connect to the rest of the world. There's a lot of value creation in the space, a lot of good projects launching, a lot of money being made, but people who are creating that value are cut off from traditional banking. They cannot transfer that value out to their everyday lives and buy a car, buy a house, really enjoy the fruits of their hard work. So we decided, why not build a platform that bridges the gap between the two and bring digital banking together with high-yield DeFi products.
Yeah.
So Eqifi was born.
Okay. I mean, and you're right. I mean, the financial system is changing. I mean, you can kind of feel it happening, especially if you're on the front lines like you are. So I was looking at your website this morning, and you had a yield aggregator returning 70% APY. That's amazing.
It is, and it even was higher than our expectations. So we looked at ways to create sustainable return for our users. There are a lot of yield products out there in the DeFi space using crypto assets. A lot of them are intertwined. So they borrow from one, the other one uses it, they lend to each other. And so you have underlying level of return where it's like single digits for stable coins or crypto that's pegged to real assets, and then slightly higher 2 digits for the rest of the crypto assets. We wanted to try something different and create a yield aggregator from scratch and do it based on liquidity pools and fees and what's going on in different projects, assets that they hold or the value that they lock. And so we started this product. We had our projections, of course. We wanted to be in the 2 digits. I was hoping for 20%. Okay. And then, well, we've been around for 3 solid months now. So we looked at the numbers, and for the 3 months, we've done 17%.
70.
So, well, 3 months, 17, then APY is over 70.
I see.
So like 72-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are these all underlying crypto assets that this aggregator is based on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
So, and how can somebody invest in that or get involved in that?
Couple ways, and we're trying to simplify it as much as we can. Right now, if you own any crypto that's accepted on our platform, you can deposit it in the yield aggregator, and it's as simple as that.
Okay.
So you create an account on our website.
And do you have the main crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we have the main ones. Mm-hmm. But you just create an account, you go to the yield aggregator, you assign however much of your crypto you want to deploy, and it's as simple as that. In the future, this is very near future, so we're talking Q1, Q2, we want to get to a point where you log into your account and you can use your US dollars, your euros, your fiat money to just go into the yield aggregator.
Okay, and
so
you can purchase it that way.
Yes, directly go into it.
Okay, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
All right, everyone, welcome back to New to the Street. This is your weekly hack with Elaine Guy. Elaine's with GlobeX Data, the leader in Swiss-hosted private and secure communications and data management. Welcome back, Elaine.
Thank you, Anna. Happy to see you and anybody who's watching us.
Let's talk a little bit about secure communications. A lot of people are joining Telegram. I joined myself, but there's some people out there who are peddling some fake vaccine cards with groups, and that's getting a lot of people in trouble, but it's also putting your data and your information out there to people you don't want it to get out there to, right?
Absolutely. So these are people that basically have your phone number and they're pushing these fake COVID certificates on people. So you don't even have a choice. Somebody is just spamming you, and you or your group or whomever, there is no protection against people forcing themselves onto you in this way. So that's one problem. The other problem is that people are posting their COVID card and the vaccine card and whatnot, their certificates on social media. And basically the hackers are taking that information. So they're scanning your name, your email, etc., and the COVID vaccine number, I guess, or the COVID certificate, and they're reselling that to other people. So you're going to be, let's say, Anna Berry, and you're going to have the COVID vaccine certificate of, whatever, Jane Jones, with her email, her birth certificate. Who knows? It's just a mix. But people are taking from regular people that have the vaccine, selling it to people who don't have it yet. And basically, not only that's illegal, obviously, but it tells you that whatever you post online on social media is completely scanned, right, and then put into a database for future use of criminal activities.
Well, and you speak about this a lot, Elaine, lower your social media footprint, and especially when it comes to medical information. Don't post it on the online for the world to see.
Yeah, I mean, don't post it medical, even when you use an email. That's why, and if I may say, you should use something like Secure, because we have the Secure Send feature, which lets you send an email to your doctor or physician or anybody else or a specialist without anybody on the internet being able to grab it through all these things that we've been discussing so far, these hacks. And that way your email is only in Switzerland and the physician that needs to read it clicks on a link which you can password protect as well. You can have a self-destruct timer, etc., and then they can read and reply back using secure reply. Medical is a perfect example of why you need something like secure send, but that's for the email part. For the messenger part, this is where the fact that we do not ask for your phone number. That means that if you use secure messenger, when you subscribe using a username and password, nobody knows that you have that, because they may have your phone number, but they will not be able to push themselves into your secure application.
So as always, Elaine, thank you for keeping our data safe and secure and enlightening our minds so that we can live a pretty good, secure life out there wherever our viewers find themselves. So thank you again for joining us on New to the Street.
Happy to be here, and see you next week for some more security and privacy tips. Thanks, Anna, and thanks everyone who's watching us.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Hapbee makes the first wearable device that lets you choose your mood. And with me is the CEO, Jonas Stern, to explain how this, first of all, let's just see it, okay? So I'll hold it up, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in depth, but let's talk about the wellness market in general. How big is the wellness market?
The wellness market it's immense. It's almost $5 trillion, and it breaks down into a bunch of different categories. Wearables alone are almost $100 billion.
And they're becoming more popular. People are getting used to wearables.
You know, the thing about wearables, which is we find so compelling, is the vast majority, 95% of wearables on the market, are basically monitors, right? So you think about Whoop, and you think about Fitbit or Garmin or the Apple Watch. They're basically monitors that are giving you back feedback, biofeedback about how your body's doing, how many REM cycles you do, or what your heart rate is. They're precious few that actually do something for you. So this is just, most of the wearables are reading things. We're the other side of the coin where we actually help you optimize your wellness.
Okay, so you have to tell me, how does this work? So I tried it, and we'll talk about that in a second. I put it around my neck, and more for the hour that you're supposed to wear it. So how does it work?
So basically, and I'm not a scientist, but what I can explain to you basically is every compound that we ingest, think coffee, think nicotine, think CBD. Every one of those compounds is made up of molecules. Every one of those molecules has a unique digital signature. That's what the scientists figured out. If you will, they sing a little song. And the song that they sing is received or heard by the bioreceptors in your cells. And I know that sounds really weird, but if I would have told you 5 years ago that you could charge a phone without plugging it in, would you have believed me? Or that you could broadcast a signal without wires? Your body works on signals exactly the same way. And when these compounds are present and they sing their little song to your brain or to cells in your body, they know it's present.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to tell you my story. So I had a long list of things to do on Sunday. I had to write a speech, I had to do a proposal, I had to get my work done for Monday. There was like 4 kind of big things I had to do. Very unmotivated. I was like, I'm just going to try. So I put it on. I did the email mastery because I knew we were doing the interview. And I got done with everything early. Okay, so I don't know if this is a psychological thing or what, but I want to give it a few more tries. But
the number one use, so you just nailed the number 2 use for the product, which is focus.
Okay.
Focus and attention. If you think about the things that you would otherwise need to do to gain focus or attention, drink coffee, smoke cigarettes, take a pill of some sort, all of those things are attached with all kinds of negative side effects. You don't want to be doing that to your body. You can just simply play the blend that gives you the same effect without any side effects. And that's the beauty of the product. The number 1 use of the product is sleep.
Sleep, okay.
60%,
well,
60% of Americans can't sleep at night. They either can't fall asleep or they can't stay asleep. That was my problem. And the reason I got involved with the product and with the company is I tried it. And I slept like a baby.
And very interesting. Thank you so much for coming in. I'll keep you up to date on my other experiences with it.
Appreciate it.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure is 100% private and does not collect or sell any of your personal data. Secure's Helix technology connects you securely to our Swiss servers without the need of a VPN, guaranteeing privacy and security for all your communications. Secure Messenger doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. Chat by Invites allows you to chat privately and securely with anyone outside of your secure network without the need for others to download Secure. Secure Send offers you a private and secure way to email anyone outside of Secure. You won't find this level of privacy or security on any other email or instant messaging application. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Beatify is a content streaming service that uses the blockchain to let fans contribute directly to their favorite musicians. And with me is Melissa B, who's a musician and a tech artist and a network engineer.
Yes.
That's amazing. Give me a little history of you and your background and what you're doing.
So a little history of me is basically I've been an artist. I started singing when I was 5 years old. But I basically became a professional by the time I was 14, and then I went to college, did all those sorts of things, became a network engineer, and then all of a sudden I started thinking to myself, how do I combine music and technology together as one? And all of a sudden I started doing all of that, and my fans started finding me, and here I am.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense because tech is kind of infiltrating everything, art and everything. So how did you find Beatify?
So I found Beatify because of a friend of mine, Dennis. He and I are mutual friends from the Grammys as Grammy members, and he told me about this platform. And after I did my research on it and I looked at it, I was like, why wouldn't I want to be a part of this? Like, me as an artist, just to give you an example, I made 1 million streams this year, well, last year, and on Spotify, and I literally made only $4,000.
Wow, I've heard similar stories.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. So that's what drew you to Beatify.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to be on something like this? I actually got to see that my music when it got played, I was being paid instantaneously. I mean, that changes the game for everything, especially for us as artists. I mean, we fight for our rights, and a lot of artists right now, they are truly feeling like they're not being heard. And they want a space and they want a place where their fans can find them, and they're getting paid for their content.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about how hard it is to get 1 million streams, and then it's only $4,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it seems totally unfair.
That's why I have a day job.
Yes. No, I hear you. So what about the fair trade aspect? So how does that work? Why did that? Obviously, I know why it attracted you, but you feel very passionate about it.
I feel passionate about that because it's like, if I'm getting paid a certain amount, everybody else around the world should be getting paid a certain amount. Why should it be where, like on, Spotify or any other platform, in the United States you get paid this much. If your song gets played here, it's going to get paid this much. That doesn't make sense to me. I feel like, in this decentralized world, with cryptocurrency, this is definitely changing the game, and a lot of artists are starting to find out about Beatify, and they actually are interested in this, and they feel as though, wow, my music is being heard, people are hearing me, and also I'm getting paid for what's fair.
You can make a living.
Yes.
So, yeah. And how can people find you on all the socials?
They can find me at melissab.com.
Okay. Awesome. Just go there and listen to your music.
Very simple.
Beatify. Awesome. So great to meet you, Melissa.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Vulcan Forge is a blockchain-based game studio, and Pure is their play-to-earn gaming module. So with me to explain more about how all this works, and especially the new kind of play-to-earn gaming concept, which is really interesting, as the CEO, Jamie Thompson. Jamie, great to see you.
Thank you very much for having me. Lovely to be here.
Let's just start with introduce yourself, introduce the company as well.
Sure. So Vulcan Forge is a game studio. We're one of the few companies that kind of made the direction from gaming into blockchain, whereas a lot of blockchain companies are now moving into gaming with this whole metaverse and play to earn hype. We're one of the we went the other way around really. So we started as a gaming studio first, and we moved into blockchain after, when we sort of realized how incredible the idea of owning your own assets and these play-to-earn models could be. There's 45 of us in the studio together, 15 of us in-house here in Greece, and everyone else around the world. You know, due to the corona epidemic, it's a bit harder to get everyone in one place at the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how we've all globally adapted to this. Explain the metaverse a little bit. Of course, we know Facebook has changed their name to Meta Platforms. We've been hearing more about this. Explain what it is, how we all be interacting with the metaverse.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's funny because the term metaverse was actually coined in 1990 science fiction novels. I think it was John Hall in Snow Crash or something like that. It just meant a futuristic world. It just so happens that now it's been coined by a lot of blockchain game studio and companies of this idea of a virtual world where you own things. So the word metaverse itself is it's not new to the world. But yeah, so I say metaverse is really sort of a futuristic virtual world. Now, how we've defined it is basically owning your own assets within a virtual landscape. This whole NFT boom and blockchain, we've seen the power of blockchain in that you can own a sword or you can own a horse or a wolf or anything. And that allows you to have a sort of a self-sustaining economy within these games, as opposed to just some centralized game you play for fun. Now you've got some real world meaning behind your actions within it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and some of the amazing things is like I saw a piece of virtual real estate sold for like $1.3 million. I mean, I think a lot of people just can't get their head around that. They're like, why would somebody buy virtual real estate? But is it expectation that'll go up in value? Is it just be part of the metaverse? I mean, why do we own things in the metaverse?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of three things, really. I mean, first of all, you have to remember that these payments aren't made from credit cards. They're usually made from sort of currencies, cryptocurrencies that people have been storing on these exchanges for a long time. So people don't usually think in dollars as much when they make these transactions. Second of all, it is about ownership. I mean, blockchain, without doubt, cannot take ownership of an asset from you. So it is like, owning a car in your name or a house in your name, not legally binding, but technologically binding to you. So yes, there is that element of ownership. And of course, rarity. If in our game, Vulcanverse, for example, there are only 10,000 plots of land. There only ever will be 10,000 plots of land. So if you own one of those plots, that's it. You're 1 in 10,000. So value sort of drives with it. And of course, there's speculation from some traders, of course.
Yeah. No, it's a really interesting kind of economy. Describe the game to me, Vulcanverse.
Sure. Well, Vulcanverse is one of 9 games we've got. Vulcanverse is probably our most advanced game. We were actually the first metaverse to be functional in the whole blockchain space. It's sort of a Greco-Roman mythology, based with the Zeus and all the gods and goddesses of the Olympians and Titans. So there are 10,000 plots of land and the maps behind me. You've got the underworld of Hades, of the grasslands of Acadia, Boreas, and Notus, the deserts. So you own this plot of land, and with it, you can sculpt and terramorph it however you want. So of course, you own it like you do in blockchain, but we've added an extra layer on that, and then you can shape and grow it into however you like. And of course, we've added quests and gameplay and all this kind of stuff within it. But again, unlike other games, everything you own and everything you do is recorded forever and permanently on the blockchain. So it's just the actions you're doing within the game transfers to your real life. If you level up a game and you manage to earn some money in the game, that's real. And it's it's fascinating because it's just you're creating like a petri dish of civilization within it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's kind of hard to get your head around it. Exactly, but it is exciting to watch. And I like the fact that people all over the world can play, and some people are actually seeing some financial benefit from it in some poor countries and things. So, Jamie, fascinating. Thank you so much for coming and explaining all this.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks.
I've been at Fox Business for 12 years because I'm invested in my viewers big time. There are smart people on Wall Street making money off all of this. Why can't you? We care about your success, and we want to be a part of it.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Rico was born in 2014.
Double payback days with SDCCU. Twice of what you paid may come right back to you. Sign to pay on your way to a merry holiday.
Use your SDCCU debit or credit card and pay